Right now, Bessemer police are investigating a shooting that left a man dead.
The investigators say it stemmed from an argument after the Alabama-Texas A&M game. WVTN 13's Xavier Harris joins us now. And Xavier, what is the community saying about the man's death?
Well, John, neighbors in the Kate Waller home say there is a football watch party every week in the neighborhood, and it's usually all fun and games. However, this weekend was everything but. Bessemer police say when officers got to the scene on 6th Avenue North at 10:45 Saturday night, they found Keelan Pickens shot several times in the chest. They say he and another person got into an argument inside the home over which team was better. The homeowner told both to leave, and shortly after, he heard gunshots.
So, listen, man. This doesn't shock me. It doesn't shock any of you. It's still shocking, though. Like, parking spots are being, a big issue in the community. And if now this is any precursor to any future issues in the stand, could you imagine NBA season? It's going to be a bloodbath during the NBA season. If they're arguing over college football games, can you imagine the NBA? NBA right around the corner, man. Stay away from watch parties, man. Stay away. This homeowner was smart to tell those guys to get out, because they would have probably shot the place up and shot a bunch of other people. At least he told them people to get out of his house. And they ended up shooting each other before one of them came back. So it was a dicey call for this brother, man, because he had to tell two sonmen to leave. I don't recommend it. However, the way things turned out, hindsight being 2020, he did the right thing.
The homeowner told both to leave, and shortly after, he heard gunshots. Police say Pickens was taken to the hospital and later died. I had a chance to speak with a counselor who says it's not uncommon for emotions to get high during close football games. She says violence is never the answer, and there's always another way to deal with those emotions.
I do like to tell people, to think of a code word. So whoever they're with, whether they say it themselves or whomever they are with say it, they can just say the word and leave the room and have time to, turn down the anger volume.
I know you spent a lot of time studying to get your degree. I know you probably was the smart little girl in your class. Always had your homework done on time. Always had your pencil and your eraser and your pencil sharpener, and your desks are probably always neat. Probably always raised your little hand when the teacher needed the answer for a question. I'm sure turned out to be fine, somebody that your parents can be proud of. However, none of that stuff you just said works with some people. Okay? It just don't work. It has no chance of work. It would never work with some people. Take that little thing you just said, whatever notebook you got it in, take that notebook or that file, douse it in gasoline and set it on fire. That stuff does not work with some people. Okay? Cold word, when tempers are flying, nah. Gratification deferment, man, is a big problem here, man. When you're angry, you want gratification. You want to harm the other person. And you're talking about deferring that by going into another room and cooling off. Well, you would need the ability to defer gratification to do that. And we can't do it. We're incapable of doing that. Okay? It's impossible. Maybe one or here, there, but it just can't happen. Sorry.
I do like to tell people to think of a code word. So whoever they're with, whether they say it themselves or whomever they are with say it, they can just say the word and leave the room and have time to, turn down the anger volume.
And police say the shooter took off and they need your help locating them. You can call the Bessemer Police if you have any information.
Now, this is just a very sad situation. The man who was the deceased is Keelan Ahmad Pickens of Bessemer. Give me an idea on Keelan Ahmad. I remember last year there was a big story about a guy named Ahmad. The whole world was whining about this guy named Ahmad that killed himself by tugging on a double-barrel shotgun that a guy was holding. Now, fast forward a year later, we have another Ahmad, and no one cares. No one gives a rat's behind about this. No one cares. The only part of the story that they find interesting is that it was over a game. No one cares about this guy's life. They don't care. They don't care. About Ahmad Pickens. Like they did Ahmaud Arbery.